The Architecture of the Well-Tempered Environment, Chapter 8, Machine à Habiter. Through the scrutiny of Le Corbusier, we understand the various flaws in concept and construction regarding ventilation and building systems, some of which included the abolition of frame and fill construction, la respiration exacte, in the neutralizing wall, a complete airtight envelope with the ability to maintain an indoor temperature of 18 degrees Celsius, the absolute temperature of comfort, regardless of site, climate, or culture. He was, of course, interested in purity. B&M brings to light craftsmen and architects who are successful in leveraging technological advancements and prefabrication while using passive heating and cooling systems which are still used today. However, this is precisely the problem. The progression of architecture has come to equilibrium. Building enclosures have not caught up to the advances of technology, and building techniques have stagnated. Part of that is due to the lack of representation in the field. It's only now that architects consider the adverse effects of building methods and materials. The genius loci, culture, and climate are interwoven into the design. Architecture is beginning to address the progression of technology with highly integrated systems such as energy and daylight simulations, geothermal bore fields, solar panels, specialized HVAC systems, etc. Needless to say, environmentalism is emerging at the forefront of the profession, led by a generation of diverse practitioners. Still, there begs the issue of the rate that CO2 levels are rising, ice caps are melting, forest fires run free, earthquakes, floods, and droughts pose as threats to mankind. Mother Earth is telling us quite literally to get out, or at least phase out the use of fossil fuels, fracking, unsustainable living habits, and treat resources as sacred. If not, resources may soon be exhausted, mass production will come to a halt, heat waves, dust storms, land may become deserts, unfit to grow crops, life becomes unsustainable on land. How does one create a sustainable architecture that's not on land? How is food cultivated? From what do we create these structures? The San Francisco Peninsula, 200 years into the future. With the rising sea level and slow decline of atmospheric CO2, land has become drought-stricken. Potable water is at a minimum, and land is no longer healthy enough to support crop cultivation. PM 2.5 levels have well exceeded 200 AQI. The structural integrity of land diminished. Humans took to the sea. They must scavenge, create homes out of junk space. For those by the bay, the barge becomes the foundation of the dwelling. It is a datum between the environment above water and below. Above lies the program that sustains life, such as the energy-generating skin, water purification center, hydroponic tanks, operable ventilation structures, and fabrication lab used to maintain and fabricate various components of vessel E726. Above is a climate-responsive architecture. Below lies the dwelling, an ever-expandable network of figural pods made of reclaimed scavenged materials. Within the field of water are self-contained structures ready to be closed off when atmospheric conditions are hazardous.